Peace and blessings, family. Sister Argeline. There's so much going on, and they've got Black, you and me, and most of the world focused on stupid stuff. When I was wrong. I was wrong about something. I'm wrong about lots of stuff plenty of times. But on this particular one, this wrongness could be the difference between saving your life and just waving bye-bye, bye. And I plan on never doing anything of the sort. That said, I was wrong about the 1 billion crabs that they've determined are missing, which I find that whole language very suspect. And it just say that the snow crab, are extinct. But now they've upped it to 7 billion. I guess when they were saying 1 billion, they were figuring ways to, placate the sailors and fishermen out there who would be making their only living, like they have for generations, through harvesting the crabs. And they're not finding any. I would imagine, since they've upped it to now 7 billion, that means they're not finding any. And I don't want to go into all the particulars that we're not even mentioning. I don't know, because I stay absolutely rooted to pro-Black channels that I find, according to my own definition of what that is, and that means that you speak to us with the honor due to the chosen people, but also a people who have been systematically gaslit for I don't know how many centuries. And we got to take it back to the cave days of these Uruga, okay? And so that's my measure. And if you do not rise to that level, I don't mean anything against you, but I will unsubscribe. Now, in the middle of what I would calculate as genuinely pro-Black, there can be all kinds of levels of, understanding, of, politics within that, where it depends. I'm going to overlook a lot of different things, but certain things I'm just going to say, you need to go to the CIA and get yourself that check, because you are overdue for it. Now, that said, within the pro-Black community, I haven't run across anyone screaming. And that's why I did the meme and thank my king for letting me know that no more crab. Black folks gonna be mad. And that set the pace so that people actually went to watch that share. Whenever I've done videos just exposing how many creatures are dying who did not volunteer to roll up their sleeves for a damn thing, please, that's a setup so that you don't recognize the death is on your plate. You don't have to go to the doctor, and over half of Black us did not. But that's a setup so that no matter what happens, and I've been just listing the die-off of our youth for over 5 years, long before 6 years, long before anything they put out there as an excuse got popping, okay? And so I don't even remember what the heck I was just saying, because I was just so carried away by the reality. And originally what I meant is by the sorrow that they got us talking about stupid stuff. Like, Kanye, and I know it's fascinating, and I'm not saying I don't do the same thing. You scroll through, you're going to see my Kanye video, right? But all sorts of just things that are just, I'm like, have you seen what's happening in China? And I look at that and I know they want to blame it all on the Chinese Communist Party, the CCP. But that's not the reason. If you examine the reality, the details, human behavior is very, very logical. So when something extraneous just gets infested into reality, there's another very logical reason. Like China testing all its seafood for this thing that they're locking whole cities down. I look at that, and people are starving up in there. People going hungry, and the ones who are worst affected are the Tibetans and the Uyghurs. That's because they can't stand them and they want to kill them off anyway, okay? And they can hide doing that selected genocide by making it seem like it's happening to all the Chinese people. And Chinese people, they don't even care about their next door neighbors. They ain't going to care about the Tibetans and the Uyghurs, okay? And they're also being horribly abused themselves. But when I look at them testing the food, the seafood, I say to myself, because when they test it, they put it right back in the food stream. Radiation affects people who are nutrient deprived even more so than it does, because if you're eating a well-balanced and also targeted to chelate the radiation out diet, you don't have to worry about it too much. Okay, certain components, that's why it's crazy. I wrote this, okay? This is my solution. This is my plan. You read it and you'll know that, right? And so in China, they're making everybody nutrient deprived. Not that Asian people, when I study what they eat for real, they are not really that healthy of eaters out there. But they have their traditional diet, which is a sight better than McDonald's, which they all love right now. KFC. Ooh, they make fun of us over fried chicken. Go check out them South Koreans, okay? But anyway, I'm just saying, I don't support stereotyping anybody. But when I look at what's going on with China, I know they are sucking up the fumes of whiteism. You can't get a bigger stereotype than the notion that all things white are perfect when they're killing our planet. And they got us with all, but everybody isn't an agent, everybody isn't an operative. Some people are just drawn to what is made seemingly popular. And thereby, we're going to just keep going on about the same things that are not going to stop what's on our plates. It's not going to resurrect 7 billion crabs. I hope I said that at the beginning, because this is coming from my heart. My horror of that they got us talking about crap when that's happening. And everything that I've been saying for years and years and years is all coming to fruition. I don't want to be the one. Trust and believe. I make mistakes on a regular. I'm so imperfect. But at the same time, I know my love for you is perfect. So I'm not going to be caught out there with BS as much as possible, right? Because that BS is radioactive. It's a whole sight funkier on this planet when it kills 7 billion crabs and we pretty much don't say a damn thing. Like it's just some party chit-chat conversation. Oh, there's that radical sister over there on the other side of the party talking about radiation. What's Kanye doing? I'm just saying, we need to get to work right now. We need to support our soldiers right now. I got this. I got this. And I got this. You should have all three. All right? And Brother Yapo's book, Melanin, I just ordered it off of Amazon. Yeah, because I had to. I'm like, I went from a monthly budget of about, I don't need to tell you, but anyway, I'm on the bare minimum right now. I need your help. Certainly, if I'm going to get a lab to test our food, I need a heck of a lot more support. But at the same time, I am dedicated to Black Us. Same way that Brother Yapo is. So I bought his book because it's easier for me to read it with these things in my hand than it is off of my desktop, which is where I have been reading it from. And thereby, I don't get to it as often as I should. So I just want you to know, we must support those who support us, or otherwise we are going to be caught out there in a whole bunch of radioactive bull crap. Okay? All right. I love you. Peace and blessings, straight, black, family, pride, and we're gonna be okay.